And that love from coast to coast, man. Planting them seeds so you know we growing. Believing in us, damn right we know when. Ain't got time for the stress and pain. No time for hate, no time for games. It's time to take it up. Take it up. We gon' take it up. Hey.
Real talk for real life. Real talk for real life. Welcome back to Real Talk for Real Life, where we lead with gratitude and we build with purpose. I am your host, Sherry Ann, and this is our final episode of the year. And today we're celebrating the dynamic women who graced this platform, the stories that shook our spirits and the moments that reminded us of why this space matters. But before we get into this dynamic episode, I have to let you know that Real Talk for Real Life is being brought to you all today by Women of Dynamic Change, a 501c3 nonprofit. And our mission, in short, is to break down those barriers that keep women from being able to reach their full potential, whether that barrier be mental, spiritual, or physical. We're here to break them down. How do we do it? By providing education, resources, tools, dynamic connections, and networking opportunities, and most importantly, providing that support that women need to be able to rise to their full potential and to become the best versions of themselves. Ladies, I tell you, every Real Talk for Real Life, that all it takes is a mustard seed of faith. That is it. Whatever you're going through, just trust and believe that God will get you through. You just have to have that mustard seed of faith. Women always tell you, you're superheroes. There's nothing that you can't do. And once you understand what your superhero power is and how to utilize it, oh my gosh. And guess what? Even more so when you unite with other superhero women that understand their superhero powers, that connection will be so dynamic. You can do so much alone, but you can do so much more together with other amazing women. And so, guys, listen. 2025 is almost over. I can't believe it. And we're going to roll back the hands of time, and we're going to be awarding some of the most powerful moments of the year. So sit back, grab your cup of coffee, and let's enjoy our 2025 dynamic moments of the year.
Sherry mentioned, yes, you guys, I do have a free WhatsApp. It's free, a free WhatsApp check-in group where anyone can get in. I have women in there that are doing training for marathons. I have people who are just starting. I have people in there who are doing gym work, at-home workouts, Zumba, you name it. They're in there doing it. That's why the focus is called Move with Purpose. You're moving with a purpose. Accountability is so important. Let's be real. We can tell ourselves we're going to do something, and ourself will come up with 101 excuses. And these excuses legit will sound like legit excuses, right? That's just how we are. Sometimes you need a little extra something, a little extra someone to hold you accountable as well, because we will talk ourselves out of everything if we can. And that's one thing for me. When I started my own journey, I was doing everything by myself.
Gone through all the details of the policy and everything looks good to go. I just need you to sign here, here, and here.
Yeah, everything looks solid. I'm feeling good about this. Thanks for walking me through it all.
Of course. I'm glad we could get everything sorted out for you. Now, before you sign, I want to bring something up very important and bring it to your attention, something that could be really beneficial down the road.
And what's that?
It's called living benefits. You've probably heard of them before, but I want to make sure you understand just how valuable they can be for you and your family.
Living benefits. I'm not sure I know exactly what that is.
Competition is healthy in small amounts, like in everything in life. Small amounts, everything in moderation is important. But when we take that competition to a level that can become hurtful, that's where we have to be very careful, because competition also puts us at that edge, like, oh, I need to be able to, she made it, I can make it, right? And we need to also be able to see competition as something positive, but in small amounts. Because recently I heard somebody say, which was impactful for me, she was helping me out in something and she goes, you know what? If you succeed, I will succeed. And she said, the way that a woman can succeed is by helping another woman. And I had never heard that before.
Believe it or not, we also have to put ourselves in a place when we are ready to receive help, when we are ready to accept people's kindness, right? It's true, like when we receive a diagnosis, the first thing is probably now have a wall because I don't know what this is. I don't know how people are going to react to me and to my child, right? I don't know what's going to happen in school or what's going to happen with friends. There's a lot of layers, and it's okay. It's okay to feel that. At the same time, as you're reflecting, also, you will find more clarity of what do I need, right? And be specific.
I am Charlene Renee Hodges. I'm from Miami, and just to give a little bit of background when it comes to my fitness journey, it started about 8 years ago after giving birth to my second child, my heart, Layla. I wanted a change. After you have a kid, of course, every woman wants to go back to her normal self. Working a full-time job, getting home late, I started off with just working out from home. About this fitness program, it was 3 months, and I just made it happen. I would have to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to get this workout in and come home and do the same thing. But for me, what changed was when I started to see the changes in my body.
Dad, from my first step, you were always there, with your wisdom guiding me through every care. In your eyes I see the courage that makes me strong. Dad, with you I face life without fear, where I belong. You taught me to fight, to never give up.
How can we shift the narrative in our communities from being strong, because you talked about it before, to being supported?
From being strong to being supported, I would say it takes practice, and you can start small. When someone says, oh, can I get groceries for you this month? That's not impossible. I know it's happened before. If you don't want the whole grocery, you know what I mean? Okay, if you're stopping by the store, can you get me dessert? Right? Like, even the smallest things we can say yes to, and we can also talk about how we feel supported. I really appreciate it when you show up for me. I really appreciate it when you call me and just check in with me. I know Sherry does that in our community, and you've done that for me personally. And I'm also learning to really welcome it and embrace it. It's
The importance of getting it in writing.
Common misconception number 1, I don't have enough property to have an estate plan or a will. Misconception number 2, I am too young. Okay, once you are 18 years old, you are a legal adult, okay? When you're talking about planning, we plan for incapacity as well as after we're gone. So the will is after we're gone, but there are some documents that we actually prepare that deal with what happens if tomorrow you become incapacitated and cannot manage your medical or your financial affairs. If you're 18, mommy, who has done everything for you up until now, cannot just go into the bank and just access your accounts, cannot pick up the phone and call, I don't know, anyone that you do business with and talk to them on your behalf, not without a power of attorney. And even more so, mom cannot go to the doctor or the hospital and make decisions.
PCOS isn't managed. it's like fight or flight. It's like this inside. Your body is stressed the heck out. But that's why I always tell people it's literally more than that meets the eye. And you are also at an increased risk for cardiovascular disease. You're at a 4 to 5 times more risk for developing diabetes type 2. So it's a lot of things that can happen with PCOS if you decide not to get it under control. And like I said, you're also at risk for endometrial cancer for those women who don't get their periods for prolonged time.
Would you suggest that woman who may be facing those irregular periods go ahead and get herself checked out rather than waiting till later?
I would say statistics, I'm very wary to report them, but I would say what I've read is about 50 to 60% of women are walking around undiagnosed now.
If every listener took one step this month for breast health, what would you recommend?
My recommendation is get to know your breasts. No one knows your breasts, maybe yourself and your partner, right? But no one knows your breasts better than you. And so without you knowing your breasts, how can you expect a provider, a health provider that you see once a year or maybe every other year, or a new provider, let's say someone you're seeing for the first time, to know what's abnormal all the time? Sometimes abnormalities can be very apparent, right? Sometimes they're subtle. And if they're subtle, that's where you come in, right? So my call to action, if I had to leave one word of advice to our viewers, our female viewers, is get to know your breath.
The healing journey began with the vision of Women of Dynamic Change, and that is how it was born. It was born through pain. And WODC didn't come from perfection. I'm still making mistakes to this day, but I allowed gratitude to lead me. This movement of Women of Dynamic Change is about building a community, giving clarity, and helping every woman find their purpose, and allowing women to see that God has a calling for each and every one of us. Wow, this has been an amazing 2025. I want to say thank you to all the women who blessed us with their presence. We are so grateful to each and every one of you all. We want to say thank you to the audience. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And thank you for being a part of this mission here on Real Talk for Real Life and Women of Dynamic Change. We are leading with gratitude and building with purpose. This is Real Talk for Real Life, and I am your host, Sherry Ann, and we are wishing you a Merry Christmas, a happy and prosperous New Year. And as I tell you every episode of Real Talk for Real Life, please make sure you follow, you subscribe, you support, and you tell a sister, you tell a neighbor, you tell a co-worker about the amazing and dynamic things that we are doing here on Real Talk for Real Life. And if it's God's will, I'll see you in 2026. Bye now.